the House of Representatives. You will recall that there has been media reports that senators were bribed in US dollars, House of Rep members were bribed in US dollars. Today, I bring you the story of what transpired at the House of Representatives. How an honorable agreed that he distributed money to some House of Rep member. The amount he distributed, on what guise did he distribute that amount? What was his excuse? And will now be rationalizing it that if is the excuse he gave is true, then what is the rationality behind that excuse, and what does this say about him as a person and his love for his people? We'll be dissecting this and a whole lot more on this episode of Politics. Now, there is a journalist called Jafar decided to investigate the alleged bribery of lawmakers in Nigeria. So he reached out to one of the House of Rep member that his name was mentioned all over the place, in person of the chairman of the House Committee on FCT, Honorable Mukhtar, X handle, which you can see on your screen. Let me read it to you. He said, the chairman of the House Committee on FCT, it says, the chairman of the House Committee on FCT, Mukhtar Aliu Betara, has clarified to me that he only shared 5,000 US dollars to each member of his committee as salah gesture, not inducement to support emergency rule in Rivers State. According to him, he maintains the tradition like Santa Claus every year. Santa Claus is Father Christmas. So that means that the Honorable Mukhtar Aliu Betara is saying that he maintains the tradition like Santa Claus every year, as we say in Hausa, not tie, but in leg. That is according to Jafar, as you can see on your screen. Now, let us dissect some of the associated issues. You will recall that this Honorable Mukhtar is from Borno State, one of the states that is worst hit by Boko Haram, one of the states that have been, worst hit by the Islamist terrorists. Now, you may want to imagine that you are from Borno State, a state that has been impacted by extremism, and you have the money to be sharing 5,000 US dollars to House of Rep member. Where did you get that kind of money from? $5,000 will give you almost 8 million naira. So is it that you rate your colleagues as poor, that you now be sharing 8 million naira to each of your colleagues like Santa Claus? So there's nothing that is beneficial to your community. There's nothing of benefit to your constituents. Your constituents is like London, it's like New York, that they don't need anything. Everybody in your constituency, they don't chop belly food in such a way that the only thing that is left for you is to now be sharing money to your fellow House of Representative members. So for you to come for a state, from a state that shares an history, geography, and sociology of Islamic radicalization with Boko Haram, definitely you cannot be sharing money if you are operating, apologies, within your right senses, in the sense that you are sharing money whereby in your constituency there's no constant electricity, there's no good network of road, there's high level of poverty and illiteracy, there's extremism in your community, and you are busy sharing money. So that calls to question the kind of like personality of that man. And if we look at it well, government officials, this is where it gets a bit interesting. Government officials transacting, paying, rewarding, or gifting in dollars. Now, let us look at this very well. If the House of Representative members are being given 5,000 US dollars, we can call that a transaction or a payment or a reward or a gift. So anyhow you put it, one of those four categories, the thing is that they are exchanging money within the territories of Nigeria in US denomination. That itself is an offense. So what you see is lawmakers committing offense that ordinary people should not even commit, that they are committing an offense that they themselves that made the law are ignorant of. So why would you be transacting within the Nigerian territory in US dollars as a lawmaker? Can't you transact in naira? Can't you pay in naira? Can't you reward in naira? Can't you gift in naira? And the reason why I said so is that Now, Nigerians are saying that, oh, the legislators were bribed. He said, oh, he just gave them as, Salah gift. He just gave his colleagues a Salah gift of 5,000 US dollars. So that falls under either transaction, payment, reward, or gift. Either one that it falls under, you are not allowed to transact in US dollars within the territory of Nigeria. So he now made a statement that long-standing tradition, Honorable Aliu made a statement that long-standing tradition. So you want to ask yourself that, okay, if it is a long-standing tradition, are all lawmakers Muslims? Are all lawmakers, are they Muslims? Then can we have a record of the amount that you've gifted people in your constituency? So all the lawmakers in the House of Representatives, are they Muslims? No, they are not Muslims. So if they are not all Muslims, so what will make you to say long-standing tradition? Are you segregating the Christians? Are you stereotyping the Christians? Or do Christians get? So is it that as you are giving the Muslims, you are also giving Christians? You see, if we have a functional country, the EFCC by now will be investigating all this and bringing the people to book. It is, but EFCC, mainly know how to go after all these Yahoo boys. Many know how to go after people that spray naira note. But people that are transacting in dollar, are they not committing an offense? If there are allegations of bribery, is EFCC not supposed to investigate? EFCC will suddenly go deaf and dumb until they see a Yahoo boy and they will go and be posting their hotel all over the place. Until they see somebody now spraying naira on social media, then they'll go and arrest such a person. So you can see the inefficiency of the EFCC in that regard. So if the senator says that the $5,000 that was shared is a long-standing tradition, okay, you gave it to Muslims, right? You gave it to Christians. Okay, how about traditional worshippers? If a lawmaker is a traditional worshipper, will you give him to? If a lawmaker is an atheist, that he doesn't believe that God exists, will you give him to? So for him to come out and say, oh, it's a long-standing tradition, you coming from a state, even Lagos lawmakers are not doing such long-standing tradition. It is you that now come from Borno State that is now doing the long-standing tradition. The handwriting on the wall is as clear as the biblical one in Daniel 5:25. Mene, mene,